Alright, how you guys doing today? You know the deal. If you like the art, like the video. If you like my voice, like the video. Getting straight into it. Today's story is coming from r/am I the a-hole, titled, Am I the a-hole for wanting to choose the guest of my own birthday? I have a 14-year-old daughter with my ex. My ex and I agreed to be child-free. However, she got pregnant and despite our agreement, chose to keep it. That's why we broke up, and I made it clear that I will continue to be child-free. However, I will give child support until she gets married and has a husband who's willing to adopt the kid, and then I'll sign my rights away. And she agreed. My family, however, wanted to be involved in her life, and I told my family that I don't want to be anywhere near her. I think this is best for the both of us, as they chose her over me and stopped inviting me if she was invited, and that meant that she was invited about 90% of the time, and I was invited about 10% of the time, which is fine, and I don't care. However, recently, they started inviting her everywhere. Last night it was my birthday, surprise party for my parents, and she was also invited. I don't know why she came because she very clearly dislikes me. She was sitting in the middle of the room just making snarky comments. At one point I told her that I can get a taxi for her so she could just leave. She told me that I should be the one to leave because no one wants you here anyway, and my siblings laughed at her. At this point, I just left, and now everyone thinks I'm an a-hole and rude for leaving like that, but it's my birthday. Shouldn't I be allowed to choose my guests? Edit just because everyone seems confused. The kid is the one who came to the party. I'm talking about her and not my ex. Not the a-hole. We all chime on rightly with my body, my choice for women, and this is perfect, fantastic, and correct. That said, we have to accept that men may not want to be fathers, and that this is allowed. He's correct in paying child support for the person that he made, and the family have been awful in not respecting that fact that he's a father. He's a sperm donor, and that's that. To call him anything else undermines what a father really is. No offense to OP here, as he knew what he wanted. His family shouldn't have got involved with their bio granddaughter to any degree. You're the a-hole, just simply for the complete lack of empathy for this kid. It's not her fault that she was brought into this world, and it's not her fault that her dad wants nothing to do with her. It's not her fault that she can't see that her dad exists, but rather than be civil, would just choose to abandon her or pack her off in a taxi. It's all very well saying that you don't want kids, but you have one, and I see nothing from you understanding the level of abandonment and distress you've caused her. You even say that you're not anti-kids, and you just don't like this one. Failing to recognize your behavior is no doubt the reason she's so troubled. The way you talk about this child is grim, and she's the only innocent one here. I may be downvoted, but I say not the a-hole. I really don't understand all the "you're the a-hole" votes criticizing his parenting. He isn't parenting at all, because he and his girlfriend agreed that the only input he would have into that girl's life would be the child support. His family wanting to have a relationship with her makes sense in a way, but they've been completely disrespectful of the agreement that he made with the mother and his own choices. They've chosen the granddaughter over their own son, and that's gotta hurt. They purposely put him in situations that are meant to torture him, or create situations where he's purposely excluded. And I agree, now that OP has lived through this experience, that a vasectomy is probably a good idea for him. People suggesting that he should have made that choice before he became a father at 18 is ridiculous. I know 18 means you're legally an adult, but teenagers often don't weigh the potential consequences. Additionally, he held the belief that his partner shared feelings with him about being child-free. They had that conversation. And then she changed her mind, which she's 100% entitled to do, but that does not force him to change his. The daughter's attitude towards him has been fueled by the adults in her life, and sure, she can be bitter about the fact that her sperm donor doesn't want to have a relationship with her, but that's fair. It's obvious that OP's siblings and parents have created an environment where she has been emboldened to be abusive towards him, and I feel sorry for OP. I feel sorry for the daughter. I understand his perspective on wanting his birthday to be a happy time with him and his family. You're the a-hole. I treat strangers with more decency than you treat your own daughter. Granted that she wasn't planned, you don't have to take her on father-daughter holidays, but being a decent human being towards her and asking how she is every now and again really wouldn't take that much. I think it says it all that the rest of your family would prefer time with her than you. I'm going with everyone sucks here. You should have just cut off your family. I'm more so giving you crap with this response due to one of your comments insinuating that it was baby mama's job to find a replacement daddy and that she failed. Dude, that's kinda gross. I will say your family should have respected your boundaries, but as I said, you should have just cut them all off long ago. You're the a-hole. You wanted to be child-free, but you couldn't even be responsible with your own meat. Now you have a child, and your behavior is so disgusting that your family would rather celebrate your child than you. I would think on that for a bit. All right, and that's gonna be the end of the story. Hope you guys have yourselves a fantastic day. Peace.